Hi everyone, I'm Cody Smith, Tech Support Manager with Cloyes, and today I'm here with Andrew Markel, Director of Content for Shop Owner. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
Today we're going to unbox this timing kit with VVT components, which is part number 9-0753SVVT. All right, let's get started.
All right. So these are the inventory of the box.
Yeah, you got a bill of material here on the first page, and then on the second page, you've got a link to our website that shows you the tech video. We have a full 10-minute long tech video for the installation of this kit. And then there's some key installation tips that we really want to emphasize to make sure that you don't make any mistakes when you're installing the kit. And there's also an oil guideline and then links to our technical assistance.
Oh, you got a QR code for the mobile phone.
Yeah, this will take you straight to our tech video, so it makes it really easy. This is going to be the bulk of the timing kit, all the timing chain components. Going to be in here.
So this is for a General Motors high feature V6?
Yes, sir. So any like the 2.8, 3.0, and 3.6 liter GMs, anywhere from about 2009 all the way up to like 2019. So you're going to get all three timing chains, two secondaries, which are the same chain, and one primary chain, which is a little bit shorter than the other two.
And those are all inverted tooth design chains?
Yes, all three inverted tooth, just like the OE chain was for the later model high features. Get a new crank sprocket, and everything's going to be inner packed, so it stays nice and protected in the box there. Your guides, you're going to have two secondary guides on each bank, and then you got a couple primary guides as well, including the one for the oil pump.
Oh.
Now on this oil pump guide, you really don't want to disturb the bolts for the oil pump because they are torqued in sequence. So we actually recommend to just take the plastic or the nylon guide off of this bracket and just install it onto the bracket on your vehicle, unless you're changing the oil pump, and then you can retorque with the new guide. Next we got the tensioners. All three tensioners will come with gaskets. So each one has their individual packaged gasket along with the tensioner.
So with that one, you put it on the vehicle and then you pull the pin out?
Yeah, so you just put it in, get the chain on, all the guides in place, and your last step's going to be to pull the pin. When you pull the pin, it should activate the tensioner. Now, just as a precaution, once you do pull the pin, it's good to, if you don't see that spring start functioning, to go ahead and compress it completely and release it, and that will make sure that it actually activates. So, yeah. Same thing. That was the primary tensioner with the contact pad kind of built into the piston, and then your secondaries will both work up against the shoe, which has a little feature that works with the piston tip there.
So I see that you're including a gasket with that tensioner. Is it critical that the technician torques down that tensioner properly to make sure that everything is sealed?
Definitely follow the torque specs, and do not use any kind of silicone or gasket maker on this gasket. Any of that stuff can get into the check valve of the tensioner and actually cause the tensioner to fail. So you definitely don't want to do that. Here's the third tensioner and gasket.
So how many tensioners in total for this engine?
There's three tensioners.
Three tensioners.
There's three chains, so there's three tensioners. And then these are going to be the idler sprockets. And you do have a left and a right.
As a technician, I may be tempted not to put that on the vehicle because it's going to take me extra time. Why should they be installing a brand new sprocket?
Well, these teeth will wear, and you will see that on the original sprockets. If you look down in there, you'll see where the links of the inverted tooth chain have kind of worn little grooves in there. So, I mean, you might as well replace it. It's one bolt. It's an easy replacement. Now, when you do replace them, make sure you install them correctly, because we have seen people install these backwards. This main sprocket assembly is actually the same for the left and the right, and you'll see a right bank front and you'll see a left bank front, so it can be kind of confusing. But you do want to make sure that this flat feature is against the engine, and this is going to be the surface that your bolt actually installs against. So with this facing front, it'll say right bank, so this will be the right bank side. And then this will be the left bank.
What would happen if they did get them reversed?
It will install actually, but you will break your timing cover when you go to install your timing cover. It'll pop holes on both sides of it.
Okay.
So, all right.
What's next?
Rest of the components, these are going to be your VVT components. Your 4 solenoids are actually all the same in this application. So you're going to get 4 of the VTS 108, which is the solenoid for this car. So solenoids are pretty basic.
So with these, do they include the screens that are inside some of the oil control valves?
Yes, yeah, your screens are all on here. They're all laser welded, so you're not going to have them fall off or fail on you. Yeah.
So again, as a technician, I see that there's, how many of these? 4 in the box?
Yep, 4 in the box. So 1 for each camshaft.
If I didn't replace these, what would happen?
Well, I mean, the chances are, you know, these could have debris in the screens, you know, clogging the oil flow going in and out. Once again, it's 1 bolt. You pull them out, you stick them back in. It's an easy replacement, so you might as well do it.
Is there any difference between the 4?
Nope.
All the same
exact part number. That's the 4th. And then this is the exciting part here. This is your VVT phasers.
Okay.
And there are 4 different boxes in here, of course, 1 for each camshaft, but there's actually just 3 part numbers. So your exhaust camshaft for each head is actually does take the same phaser, but you will have a right intake and a left intake. So make sure you get those installed on the correct banks. And your exhaust phasers, open one of these up. Oh, and they do come with bolts.
And that's a torque to yield bolt, right?
Yes, yes. So make sure you use the new bolt and get the torque specifications. Make sure you get that correct. They're bubble bagged and wrapped. So on these exhaust phasers, like I said, these are the same for left and right, but you will find that they have both an R and an L. So when you're installing this exhaust phaser on the right bank, you're gonna install it using the R timing mark.
Okay.
And if you're installing it on the left bank, of course, use the L timing mark. So there's definitely detail on this in our full installation video that you can find on our website as well.
Out of curiosity, are there any improvements that Cloyes have made to these phasers?
No, we've stuck with the GM design. This engine has you know, obvious issues that you can find plenty of information on, but the phasers really wasn't one of them. It was a pretty solid unit with no design flaws, so we didn't mess with it. This was the other exhaust. And then the intakes. This is the left-hand intake.
Okay. So like all technicians, they like opening stuff up and not really looking at the instructions or the label on the box. How do I know this is a left or a right?
Okay, so the right will have an R right there on the sensor shroud. And then the left, if we pull that back over here, it will have an L. And you might see a little bit of residue on these parts. This is a rust inhibitor,
okay,
so nothing to be concerned about whatsoever. But yeah, they are marked R and L.
That's it?
Well, that's it.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Timing approach. The High Future V6 has a reputation for chain stretch.
Mm-hmm.
When they're replacing the timing chain, should they also be replacing the variable valve timer phasers?
Yeah, you might as well while you're in there. Definitely, yeah, the chain stretch issue was a lot of an oil type issue. The engine most of these engines are direct injection, so there's a lot of contaminants in the oil. So we recommend frequent oil changes on this engine. It'll definitely increase your timing chain life. So yeah, keep your oil changed, replace everything while you're there, reset the whole fatigue life of the system, and you're gonna be doing yourself a favor.
I just got one more question for you.
Okay.
What's the sticker here?
Okay, the sticker, just referencing our tech video, you can go to our website. Once again, we've got a 10-minute video. It walks you through all the steps on installing the kit, all the timing mark alignments, any simple tips and tricks that you need to make sure you get the kit installed properly. So once again, we're just referencing the tech video we have.
Well, thank you, Cody. This has been really informative.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Keep this unboxing video in mind next time you go to service a timing system failure. For more information, you can visit our website at cloyes.com. Thank you guys for watching.